everyone, and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Reset series. I hope you're all feeling good and you've had a good few weeks. Yeah, where should we start today? So I've had a good few weeks, to be fair. I've had a good run of not too much anxiety, and I think the last time I came on to do my last chat, actually the time before, I was a bit hormonal. It was that time of the month and that's when I'm worst, and lo and behold, this last week just gone, it's been the worst. I've been taking my 5-HTP, that little supplement that I told you all about that I take. That's helped to some extent, but I've had this really weird feeling of, actually in the last series that we did, where I was at the Artist Residence Hotel, I was talking about work and focus and feeling low and stuff. I've had that again with work, like either massive bursts of creativity and excitement around what I want to do, or like huge slumps of like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? James was watching me kind of brainstorm the other day at the table, and I didn't know he was watching me, and he said it was just really stressful to watch you even doing that, even though you were silent. He was like, I could just see how stressed it was making you. I was just like struggling to like get deep breaths in, feeling really anxious and really tight chested. And it's because I'm a hormone, but also because I'm a perfectionist and work isn't feeling like 100% happy for me at the moment. And don't get me wrong, I feel really lucky, again, like I said last time, and what I do is a really strange job. But yeah, I'm still feeling a little bit out of sorts with it. And like I said, I have kind of peaks where I'm like, this is great, I've got creativity, I've got a great job in, and I feel really excited about something, and then it just kind of like potters along, and it's still great, I'm still busy, and I'm still, you know, earning a wage that's good enough to keep my flat and all of the things that we need, but I just feel like I need something else, like I need something to get my teeth into. So I've been working so hard trying to find out what that is for me. I think I might have got to a point where I can balance it a bit better now, but it's taken me a good few weeks to get to this point. So yeah, that's me. I had a lovely trip to Cyprus for work, which was gorgeous. I'm sure if you watch my vlogs you'll see that as well. It was with the girls and a really lovely team at Jigsaw, and it was gorgeous. So yeah, I've been a bit spoiled really. Bit of a holiday, came back to absolutely pissing down rain. It's now chucking it down outside as well. So yeah, I've got the luxury of having James at home for a week or so this week, so he's helping me with lots of things. So we're just going to shoot this afternoon, and I've got lots to brainstorm about because I've got a really exciting job, but it needs to be outside in kind of a summery environment, and Great British Summer and helping me out, so we need to think about that. So yeah, after that jibber jabber that you just had from me there, like I say, I hope you're all alright and everything's going really well. And yes, I think today what I really wanted to talk to you all about is something I've noticed more and more over the years, and especially in my role as a physio, is how kindness can really help us in not only is it selfless, but it's also a big distraction technique for me. And it's not even that I employ this act of kindness to make it a distraction. I just find that if you are kind and you put other people first, I often feel so much more relaxed, and it does distract me in a way because I'm like, I have to prioritise that person, I have to put their needs first, and that seems to really help. So if we're taking it back to when I was working in physio, so I used to work in elderly care most of the time for like the last couple of years of my career there, and you can't go onto a ward full of elderly patients who really need your help feeling anxious, worried, low, because it just radiates from you, and people can pick up on it like that, especially the elderly, because they're just so in tune to like human emotion, and kind of, they've been around a long time by this point, good 80 or 90 years, so they're not daft. And so in my early days in my career, then it would get the better of me. I'd put on a brave face, but everybody would be able to tell that I was struggling with something. And as I've gotten older, you know, we're all better at concealing it the more we have it and the more we go through it. But I've just learned to put people first, so especially in that environment. So for example, I'd go and see a patient that, you know, needed maybe 4 of us to help move, or needed lots of encouragement, lots of kind of empathy, and kindness, and those things far, far, far outweigh all of those anxious and low and worrying feelings that I might have. And I might start the day, I'll go to my book, check who was a priority for that day on the ward, and then I'd feel anxious, worried, sick, horrible. And then as soon as I was on that ward in the patient environment, I'd have to snap out of it. And so yeah, it's just a really weird thing that I've kind of picked up on and learned over the years, and it's still happening now. So if I've got a mate who needs something and I'm having the worst day, I will not hesitate on putting that person first still. And I know we always talk about self-care and kindness to yourself and things like that and looking after yourself, but in some circumstances I feel like being kind is the best way forward when you're feeling so shit. So if someone's in trouble or is having a breakdown themselves or is feeling really mental and rubbish, go round, talk them round, go sit with them, listen, have a cup of tea, do that sort of thing, decaf. And you'll find that it lifts you as well. So yeah, that's just something that I've really been in tune with over the last few years really, and more recently than ever. But I think also that's maybe kind of down to the person that you are as well, and being able to juggle somebody else's problems and feelings on top of your own, because I know that this happens to us in different intensities, and you know, some of us might be able to do that and separate it and go off. I had to because of my job in physio, so I think that's maybe where I'm good at that, whereas if I hadn't had that caregiving role, who knows, I might not have been able to separate it and put people first. But I'm really glad that I do, and I'm really glad that it helps me in a way that I don't sit there and be like, okay, what kind of thing can I do today to make me not anxious? It's just part of who I am, and it's just part of life really. So like family members, friends, anybody that kind of you think might need a bit of a helping hand with anything, go and do it. And I actually was speaking to somebody really interesting the other day, and she was amazing, and she was telling me about a befriending service. So I think that's what I'm going to look into doing as well. So it's just an hour a week, and I think you can do it through Age UK, and you put your details in and they match you with an elderly person who is lonely or has maybe lost some family and doesn't have any family, and you just go and visit them an hour a week, or you know, if you want to set up more than that you can, but to start off with an hour a week. And I was like, that is buzzing, that made me feel really excited. So I need to look into that and see when, where, just in my local area. And it'd be great if they were walking distance, like a pool around with like flowers or like food or a brew, anything, like just to like sit and have a chat. And it gives you perspective as well. When people are lonely and people are in need, you're like, oh, I feel like this, but I've got family and friends and lots of amazing things happening to me. So it just gives you a bit of an edge of perspective, and I think that's really important. So yeah, I think I'll look into doing that, and they're all in local areas as well. I'll put some links on to see if I want to have a look and seen what the crack is, but there's lots and lots of different services in different areas, different boroughs, different parts of the country, and countries outside of the UK, because I know some of you watch from outside of the UK. So yeah, so I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say today. I'm feeling a bit flat, I don't know if you can tell, I'm sorry, but I still really wanted to film this even though I'm feeling a bit like, it's not for any reason other than that it's girl week and it absolutely zaps me of all energy. And I was like, I woke up at 1, didn't get back to sleep till 3, and then this morning my alarm went off at 7:30, and I was like, God, Jesus, I can't get out of bed. So I stayed in bed for like half an hour and then got up. But yeah, not feeling the best, but it's not the end of the world, is it? And I've got some good exciting things to go and crack on with now for work, and yeah, everything's good. I'm just that way out, and like it's completely normal, it's completely okay, isn't it? And I know you guys always feel like that. So yeah, I just wanted to pop on. Basically, I was supposed to have a guest today, but we've moved it because I'm actually going on a trip with this girl to Italy in a couple of weeks. So she'll be on my next one, which is really exciting. But I just thought, 2 birds, 1 stone. We're already away together. I don't have to drag her all the way to West to come and sit here and do this. We can do it whilst we're on holiday, and it only takes 15-20 minutes, doesn't it? So yeah, so she was supposed to be here today, so it was supposed to be more an elaborate one, because I'm just worried that I come on and ramble and ramble and ramble at you. And sometimes if I am flat, that's not great, is it? So I'm really sorry if it has been a bit flat. So yes, moral of the story today is be kind, and it will help you and it will help other people. I'll put some stuff about a befriending service on and let you know how I get on with that. And what else? Haven't got any products for you today, but I will try some new stuff for you next time. And yeah, I think that's it really. Thank you for being on this journey with me always. Like, you're all amazing, and I feel like we've built such a little, like such a good little community between us, and the comments that you leave and the chats that you have together, they're like the best thing ever for me to read. I love doing it, and I love that we've got this little space all together. So yeah, I just want to say another big thank you for always coming back, and I'm really hoping that it helps you all in some way, shape or form. But I will leave you to your days now, and I'll see you in my next one with my guest, but it will be in Italy, so I'll try not to make you too jealous. Have a brilliant week and look after yourselves. Bye.